Hey, 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 level head, level head, level head, level head.
Welcome to my gamer show. It's Leveled Head about to talk about Nintendo. You know me, bro, but I got your Sony and your Microsoft, so all you haters get lost. We keep it gaming on this channel, all about the straight talk. It's live and level. You know the biz in the comment sections. Hey, we get it in. Man, it's all about this game. That's just what it is. So get your popcorn and earphones and listen in.
Welcome to my gamer show, Level Head.
What's up, people? It's your boy Levelhead back with another video. So tell me, how y'all like that intro? Put that together the other day, man, trying to motivate myself to be more consistent on this microphone, letting y'all hear something from me. Had one of my subscribers in the comments tell me that they thought I had quit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm still here. It's just I got so many things I'm doing, man. First of all, you know, my wife, I got to be conscious of her. Got to be conscious of my kids. What I do at my church, you know what I'm saying? I don't even share with you all I do there and what I do there. Y'all be shocked. Excuse me. Y'all probably be like, man, why you doing YouTube? Why you talking about games, bro? But anyway, I also do the Christian hip hop. Of course, y'all hear the rapping. Let me know what y'all think about them lyrics. That was off the cuff, bro. Didn't even pen that. And I rarely do pen, but that really came off the cuff. Just something off the top of the dome. So let me know what y'all think. But I'm trying to get back and be more consistent with uploading this stuff. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump into this video. I want to revisit a video that I made 2 days ago, posted 2 days ago, giving my thoughts on a few things that took place over the weekend. The PlayStation experience, the VGAs, Zelda, Uncharted 4. Because of some of the comments. And if I was chopping it up with you, you are inspiration for this video, man. I like that. I like to talk to people that, you know what I'm saying, everybody, I don't just talk to people who agree with me. I even chop it up with those who don't agree, but it's the way that you write your stuff and you reply that intrigue me to answer and respond. You know what I'm saying? If I chopped it up with you and we got it in a little discussion, this is for you, so kudos to you. If I didn't say nothing to you and you was having stuff to say, you know why. Kudos to you as well. Anyway, so a lot of people didn't, not a lot, but a few people who commented a lot didn't agree with some of my points in the video. We ain't gonna worry about VGAs. We're not gonna worry about the PlayStation experience. I will say this about the PlayStation experience, and I'll say this about the VGAs as well. With the VGAs, I am a sound engineer. I do host concerts and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? That seats thousands sometimes. So I know the importance of having a very well scripted, planned show. The transition and the DJ. I do sound engineer, so I know the importance of making sure the mics are up and ready to go. I was just watching a battle between Daylight and Sirius Jones, and the microphones, and you talking about this is a televised pay-per-view event and the microphones are not working, people. This is bad. How are you an engineer and you can't even get a carless condenser or lapel mic to work? I know this stuff. That's not hard. So these things are very important to the experience, and when this stuff is not working, it kills the experience. And I pay attention to these type of things maybe more so than other people. Jeff Keighley, I commend him. He was left out there on his own too many times. The mic not on when it should be on. This DJ was just garbage. I don't care. So anyway, PlayStation experience. People had a few things to say about that because I said they borrowed. I feel like they borrowed from Nintendo E3 presentation. I still feel that way. Now, some say, well, Nintendo wasn't the originator. They borrowed and stole ideas from other conventions like E3 and Comic-Cons and other things like that. And maybe they have. But I will say this. 1989, Nintendo started their own convention called Space World. I don't know if some of you guys even know nothing about that because Nintendo hasn't done it in several years. But they did have their own E3. So, yes, they could have borrowed ideas, But since they have been doing this for pretty much 26 years, they had their own for a while that started 25, 26 years ago. And you know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you feel that way, that's your right. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it in. Uncharted 4, Zelda. Let's start with Uncharted 4. People didn't like the fact that I said I wasn't wowed by the game. Now, I guess that they feel like when I say I wasn't wowed, that means I don't want to play it. I don't think it's good. No, that's not the case. I did think it was good. I thought it was great looking. Matter of fact, I want to play it because if you know anything about Leatherhead, you know that I'm an Uncharted fan. Now, Uncharted 2 is, in my opinion, one of the greatest games ever created on any console, any generation, PC included. That's how real that game was for me. It's one of the greatest games in my top 5, top 10 of all-time games. Uncharted is up there. I'm a big fan. I look at Uncharted on the level that I look at some of Nintendo IPs. Yes, that's how big of a fan I am of Uncharted. I love Uncharted 2. I played through Uncharted 2 more than I played through some Mario games. I played through that game at least 3, 4, 5 times, and I rarely do that because it's the exact same story. There is nothing new that I can do in Uncharted 2 that I didn't do the first time I played through it, and I still played through it. On the regular settings, on hard, I played through it that many times because I enjoyed that game that much. Now that should let you know something. At least in other games you can do things that doesn't have anything to do with the story, but Uncharted, it is all about the story. It is all about the plot, and you can't do anything that is not tied into the plot. See what I'm saying? So I was a huge fan of Uncharted 2. I was expecting a grand experience with Uncharted 3, and this is where it gets interesting. And now you will understand why I wasn't wowed with Uncharted 4. Now with my boy K-Bomb, he was just coming from a graphics position. And I will even explain why I wasn't wowed graphically. I tried to explain it in the last video, but I will go into depth with this one. First of all, Uncharted 3 is what I pinned all my reason for not being wowed with Uncharted 4. Uncharted 3 was a continuation of Uncharted 2 as far as gameplay. Now, Uncharted 2 from Uncharted 1, there was a departure because they fixed a lot of the elements of the gameplay. Uncharted 3, they tweaked a few things, the gun and the aiming, but for the most part, it was the exact same gameplay that you had in Uncharted 2. You wasn't doing anything gameplay-wise any different. 2, there is no freedom to explore in Uncharted games. It is all about the story. If the story is not about going to this building, you ain't going to this building. If the story ain't about traversing through this cave, you is not going to that cave. It's all about the game. It is linear. It is a driven game. It is a highway taking you from one place to the next place. You can't get off and go the back roads. You can't get off and go over here to this dirt road and go down there and see what's over there. No, you got to stay on this highway until this story is done. So, Uncharted 3 was not the experience that I was expecting, even though I love the Uncharted franchise. First of all, in Uncharted 2, you go to some exotic, very creative places. I mean, when you go under the city to that big old dungeon or whatever it is, that ancient place, you climbing up the knife in the middle of the wall or whatever that was, and you trying to shine the lights to get it to open up a door so you can get whatever you're trying to get out of it. That, and then when you go into like the Buddhist monk place with the big old bells, you had to turn them around. I love that type of stuff. I love that type of adventurous stuff. Whereas in Uncharted 3, you on a plane, you in a market, you know what I'm saying, you in a warehouse. You know, it wasn't as creative in the locations. 2, the storyline in Uncharted 2 was phenomenal. Whereas the storyline in Uncharted 3 was not phenomenal. It was okay and ended up really being predictable, and you knew where it was going, and it just tanked. So Uncharted 3 became a chore, whereas Uncharted 2 was an enjoyment. The storyline, the gameplay, hence this is the first time I played Uncharted for real. I tasted Uncharted 1, but I really played Uncharted 2, so the gameplay was new and polished. So gameplay in 3 was pretty much gameplay of 2, but with an unpolished storyline, and this unpolished storyline killed the enjoyment of the game. Now we go to Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 looks better. The polys are better. The foliage is better. The walls are better. The rocks are better. The water effects are better. The lighting is better. The worlds are bigger. It's great. It's a beautiful game to look at. But guess what? Uncharted 2 was beautiful. Uncharted 3 was beautiful. And Uncharted 4 is not a huge leap from Uncharted 3. While it is a better on every level looking game, yes, Nathan Drake's face looks greater. Yes, his skin looks greater. Yes, the polys is crazy. Yes, his facial expressions are way better. Yes, it looks close to a cinematic. Yes, it looks close to CGI, but it does not look like what they showed at E3. Even Digital Foundry said that. Even a few friends of mine have said that. My boy Torrance Davis made a video, Morning Gamer. If y'all don't know him, look him up. Look up Morning Gamer and listen to some of his points. Same points I was making. I was not wowed based off of that, but it was intriguing because I am a fan of Uncharted. I do want to play this game. I have plans on purchasing the PlayStation 4 to play this game in the future. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, when it come out, I have a change to pick up the PlayStation 4, or hopefully I will have it before that. Or maybe I might reveal something that you don't know because I haven't shared what I got. So anyway, that's just a secret. All right, so let's continue. So from Uncharted 3 to Uncharted 4, it looks better, but the gameplay looked the same. There are some departures. You can do, you know what I'm saying, a few animations are better. He looks at his, my boy K-Bomb showed me how he looks at his clip when he putting it in a gun to make sure it got bullets. I didn't notice that, but he did. He's pointed out a few things to me, but that does not change the gameplay. So I made the statement that it's going to depend on the story, because Uncharted 3 was a great looking game. Uncharted 3 had these same elements, but Uncharted 3's story was horrible, and it made the game a chore because the game is so linear and everything is based off the story. The reason Uncharted 2 was so great was because the story was great. Because the story and the set pieces and the stages and the environments that you went to were great because of the story. It required you to go to these different places because of the story. Uncharted 3 was not great because the story didn't require you to go to these type of places. Uncharted 4, we don't know. That's why I said it's incomplete. It's to be continued because I need to see more. Because all I see is a forest. All I see him doing is shooting at other soldiers, which he has done in Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. That is no departure from what has always happened in Uncharted. So the graphics are not necessarily blowing me away because you do have games like Rise Son of Rome. You do have games like Forza. You do have Tomb Raiders. All these games look great. Yes, so Uncharted looks great. It looks good, but it's not wowing me because there are other games out there that are looking just as great. Quantum Break looks great. So, no. So, okay. So that's why I wasn't wowed. So let's go to Zelda. Because people say, well, you just saying that because you're a Nintendo fan. No, bro. I look forward to Uncharted 4, but I have more reason to be wowed by Zelda. And this is why. People say, because I said how big the world is, that's nothing new in a Zelda game. True and not true. If you go back to the NES, Super NES, those games were open world, but those were 8-bit, 16-bit games. So a top-down view. So let's cut them out. Yeah, you can go anywhere you want to go, but the graphics and what was being presented was nothing to brag about. Great games. I really didn't get into Zelda until Ocarina of Time. Now, Ocarina of Time, you can go a lot of places, but it was still linear. It was still limited, even though you can explore more freely than a Uncharted. All right? But what makes this Zelda that I'm talking about on Wii U to me more of a wow effect is because how expansive, how big this world is. And if you know anything about Zelda, everywhere you go becomes its own story. So when you go to the water temple is its own story that plays into the main story, because you got to get something there to fight what you're going to be fighting at the end. But it's its own story. This castle is its own story. This village is its own story. This temple is its own story. This cave is its own story. This dungeon is its own story. Now, and then you have a overall story, the what and the why. What's going on? Well, evil is coming. Something is coming to destroy the world. Why? Because somebody's trying to set loose Ganon, or somebody trying to set loose an evil on this world. That's the what and the why. Whereas Uncharted, it's just a plot, and everything you do in that game is on that plot. You don't veer away from that plot. Whereas in Zelda, the whole world is the plot, and there's many plots, and there's many stories to be explored. Now, you look at how massive, and a few places like Game Explained and a few other places have showed just how massive this map is based off of the pinpointing of, you know, where Anuma and Miyamoto was trying to go when they set the marker in the game, and then they pushed out and, you know, expanded the map based on the measurement from where they was trying to go. They made that some of these people took measurements to see just how massive the map is, and based on their account, this map is really huge. Now, the reason I'm wild is because I know every part of this game I can explore. There's a village I can explore. There's a waterfall over here, and I'm pretty sure there's something there that I need to find and discover. There's something over here that I need to find and discover. There's different markers all through the game, different places and locations all through the game that I can go anywhere I want to go, and there's a story to be unfolded there that has nothing to do, in some cases, with the main story, and some play into the main story. That's why I'm like, wow, this is going to be great, because I know when I go to this cave is going to have interesting things there. Some things I might miss if I don't explore hard enough. I can finish the game and miss things. I can't finish the game and miss things in Uncharted 4. Everything that I need to find, I gotta find it. Now, you might not find some jewels or different, you know what I'm saying, different trophies, but for the most part, I got everything that I need to get to finish the game, I gotta get. Whereas in Zelda, there are certain things I don't have to get to finish the game. There are certain elements, there are certain fairies, there are certain things that I might not ever cross, never find, and still finish the game. So in my opinion, that is more of a wow effect, because how massive and how big, how ginormous this map is, and we don't even know if we've seen all the map. 2, graphically, this is a bigger departure than what Uncharted is from 4 is from Uncharted 3. This Zelda looks like no other Zelda. Yes, it pays homage to other Zeldas. Yes, it pays homage to a Wind Waker. Yes, it pays homage to a Skyward Sword. But it does not look like neither are. It does not look like Ocarina of Time. It does not look like Twilight Princess. It has its own distinct look, its own distinct art direction that is not like any other Zelda. The depth of field, when you saw the footage at E3, even Zelda looks different. Some people thought he was a woman. That's just how different the game looked. The hearts looked, everything in this game to me is more wow creating than Uncharted 4. But both, in my opinion, are going to be great games. Just right now, I have more reason to be wowed by Zelda. Now, with that being said, when I get the opportunity to play Uncharted 4, and when I get the opportunity to play Zelda Wii-U, whatever the name of that game is going to be, whatever the name of Uncharted 4 is going to be, it might tell a different story. This massive world might end up not being fun for me in Zelda. And what's going on in Uncharted 4 might be better experience for me. I don't know. But right now, based off what I've seen, I have more reason. And Nintendo has never really made a bad Zelda game. I have more reason to be wowed by what I'm seeing in Zelda than I'm seeing in Uncharted 4. With that being said, leave your comments in the comment section. I went a little longer than I planned it, but leave your comments down in the comment section. Give me your thoughts. And if I see a need to revisit this, I will, but I don't think I need to after this explanation or me explaining myself the way I did. Like, subscribe, continue to follow. This is your boy, Leveled Head. Deuces.